Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1, and go. Epistory type of Chronicles. I'm gonna try not to talk over too much of the narration.
Once upon
I really enjoy this game. It's got a unique visual set. As I'm talking over the narration. Presentation's fantastic. I like the music. And it's just a lot of fun to play. And they've done a lot of neat little things to really make it feel like a real typing game. Like Typing Undead, obviously you're typing everything. But it's rail-based. You have to move around manually in this game, and just the different options they give you to move. You can use WASD, you can use your arrow keys, you can also use EFJI, which keeps your fingers near the home row, which is, you know, real, nice little thing, very little thing. It gives you also slightly different angles to move with than using WASD.
All of a sudden, she knew where she was.
So you can combine them to give maybe a couple extra directions of movement. And Fishing Cactus has always been very involved with the speedrunning, and the players in general. Their social media presence is very good. That being said, I can already tell by the combo meter here, I think one of the two bugs that can kind of throw your speedrun for a loop here. You'll notice right here at the start, if you start to bother to learn the speedrun for this game, you can see there's a little combo meter that starts to build up as I type more and more words correctly. When you're outside of a nest, if you're outside of a set battle, most of the words will just fill up the meter all the way. When you're in a nest, in order to keep you from getting like 5,000, 10,000 word combo going, it doesn't actually fill up the meter all the way in the nest. But the game kind of sometimes forgets you're not fighting in a nest sometimes, and it won't give you full credit for your combo. This is an all fragments run, so I'm going to see enough of the game to where those extra points don't really matter one way or the other as far as the combo glitch goes. And it'll fix itself in time anyway once I get to a nest.
She remembered discovering precious stones. She remembered exploring the twisted paths. The more she remembered, the stronger she felt. Dangers awaited.
The other bug that can
sensing a terrible wrongness.
sometimes come into play is again something dealing with the combo system in the game. If you happen the game over in the middle of a combo, you'll lose the big pool of bonus points that you had building up, which makes sense. It will also reset your point total to wherever it was before your combo started, which is a little bit more harsh than you might think it is, but it's not that big a deal. Unless the bug happens where it resets you to the combo that you started in level 1, and you're at the end of the game, and you lose something along the lines of 90,000 points. That's kind of a problem, because in order to unlock the last level of the game, you need to hit 100,000 points. So losing 7 levels of progress is kind of a big deal. I haven't had it happen to me that drastically in this category, but I do have a backup stages in case something really silly happens. I need to unlock Sprint. What am I doing with myself here? There we go. I'm going to pick up a couple extra points here before we move on to the first level. Let me just get close to that. Sniper forward. What's up? I haven't, to be honest with you. I don't know what the number is in high school, because, you know, that's always a good way to start a story, is saying that I peaked in high school. I know I was over 100 words per minute and almost fell out of keyboarding because my teacher was insistent that I must improve on that score week after week after week. So that was almost an issue, you know, just passing high school. But I will say that my words per minute are not as high as some of the other people in the typing game speedrun community. I know Peaches in particular, who has run Typing Undead at GDQs quite often, is just has legendary typing speed. Like If I were ever actually to race him in Typing of the Dead or GD2, he would just mop the floor with me. My PB is only like less than a minute off of his in Typing of the Dead, but I haven't been able to actually hit that PB in a little while.
Something new flowed from her veins. Away the loneliness inside.
I do like I'm trying to say something other than I type a lot. That doesn't really help out, but not just playing like MMOs, but I do like joining roleplay guilds in MMOs and just having being able to type prose rather than, you know, go here, I'm ready, things like that. Finding different ways to type more in things I want to do anyway, like play more video games is always fun.
I'll look after you, I promise.
I feel like Typing of the Dead, or maybe even Typing of the Dead 2, might be better for improving your score than Epistory would. Just because, as you can see, a lot of the words here are around the same length. You have to like start and stop your typing here, which is actually part of the run, especially in any percent. You're only seeing 4 levels in any percent, and you still have to get to 100,000 points, just like I do in this category. So you have to keep your combos going for much longer periods. I had Typing of the Dead for Dreamcast, and I thought it was just great. I like typing games, and I can't even remember where I saw the ad for this game, but I was just so thrilled that somebody was making like a typing game, and it wasn't just a gimmick. Like this is just a typing game. It's a good game that happens to use the keyboard, you know, use actual typing as control. I like playing this game just casually, even with the timer off, just going through and seeing the sights and all again. I wanted to, alright, which word am I typing here? Hold on. There we go.
Paintings began to look familiar.
Target selection in this game is much different than it is in Typing of the Dead. Once you type one letter in Typing of the Dead, you're locked into that zombie unless you, where am I going? Unless you hit escape or cancel out one way or the other. In this game, if you start typing one word and then lose track of your finger placement and accidentally start typing a different word, you're going to lose your whole progress on the first word and start a second one. And you can kind of lose your place very quickly that way. This game's going to be much easier to find because it's on Steam, and it's on sale somewhat frequently. You should be able to get a copy of it. Typing of the Dead,
the cavern, I mean,
it's not in print. Like there is Typing of the Dead Overkill on Steam, which I just do not recommend as strongly as any of the other games.
Just waiting to be discovered.
The pacing in Typing of the Dead Overkill is just much slower, especially on the lower difficulty ratings. The higher difficulty ratings, you're still not going to get long phrases like you do in Typing of the Dead. It just doesn't feel as fun. But it is a newer game. It's on Steam. You're able to get a copy of it. I would definitely recommend getting this. Especially if you're looking for something to maybe help younger audience learn how to type. And the story and the visuals here will definitely keep them entertained. This game also has a difficulty system where if I type the better I type, the more difficult it gets. It has an adaptive difficulty. You see, the words don't get too much longer than this. I don't want to say that.
braced herself for final onslaught.
But you're not getting what you were getting in Taming of the Dead.
Hold on. The fire's
What the increase in difficulty does is it makes the bugs move in
and her
faster.
heart danced a new beat.
So unlike in Taming of the Dead where being good kind of punishes you, I'm just waiting in the wrong place for this, will punish you and make the game much more difficult. Here in terms of the speedrun, being good makes the game play faster, and it kind of just piles on itself that way. Did I get all 3 fragments there? I did not. I did. And this is what the fragments are. They're different pieces to paintings that represent the theme for each level. That's what we're going to be hunting down in all fragments.
Like a scar.
It depends on the level, and I don't know the total off the top of my head. But each level will have between 3 and 5 of them. The next level is the Forgotten Forest, which is an optional level where you only go after it if you're
to the north stretched the forest.
Playing all fragments.
Heady smells of
in the speed run.
Where
am I going? I am just going to lunch. Here we go.
And then she saw the shadow within.
So there's no new element to learn here. We're eventually going to learn 4 different elements. Your stereotypical, the 4 elements: fire, air, lightning, and ice.
The forest was a place of light and peace. The forest resisted her approach. Beneath the darkness was shadow and silk. She knew its secret language. The forest opened to her with heavy heart.
Yo, should have gone north. And as you can see, I'm at like roughly 15,000 points, just to demonstrate the difference between the 2 categories. If I finished the first level in any percent with anything less than 25,000, I'd be in real trouble right off the bat.
Fear the emptiness, more than she feared the shadows.
And that's how important. Hold on. It is just a combo, and you'll keep your combo for like minutes at a time. I didn't really talk about when we were right at the start of the game, but that first nest that we fought before I ever entered the Burning Hollow, that would be the start of a combo that wouldn't end until halfway through the first level.
It came from Nest of Darkness.
Like you have to go, almost 3/4 of a level and keep your combo going.
But she was strong.
Go.
And the forest sighed in relief.
What's going on? Why won't you answer me?
I'm gonna...
The forest closed to her once more.
Come here.
She didn't understand why.
There we go.
Sometimes it tried to guide her in its way.
Almost forgot about him.
The forest yearned for her to wander
this
deeper.
way to come and get another fragment. Hey now. Some of the lock chests will be back and forth on 2 different letters. Some of them will be a series of words that are loosely connected.
There was something rotten here.
Later on in the game, it'll be
The forest was but an echo of itself.
keypad test, number pad test, actually.
Creeping cobwebs choked.
Something else, I'm able to play on max resolution here, which I haven't always been able to do. And the resolution that you're playing on changes how much of the game, your range of vision. What am I doing? There we go.
We planted this seed together.
So especially in that last section I just got through, playing on a higher resolution, that was silly. Makes a big difference just so you can kind of see a little bit more of the brush and have to stop fewer times in order to hit more targets every time you stop. The way you're supposed to clear that puzzle is to clear the puzzle just to the left of it, and then it tells you what the right answer is. I like to think I've got it memorized, but clearly I misstep sometimes. And that just leaves one more that's going to be near the end of the level here.
The Force gave to her its trust, and they were finally united. Shun the ways of darkness.
I just thought of, you're talking about what might make this a good game to improve your typing speed. I didn't think about it because I don't play too much of it, but the game has an arena mode with a big Steam leaderboard and everything to go with it, where you have a choice of a couple different nests, and you just fight at a set point like this and try and clear as many ways as you can. You know, no movement, no routing, no exploration, but you know, just type. I love looking for this game. It's small. I'm not gonna. It's not as big as, you know, Super Mario 64. I'm not gonna lie about that. But everybody's been extremely helpful, passing on new techniques. A lot of research has gone into exactly how important the combos are, how much points you lose if you drop a combo at the wrong time. A lot of digging into the actual code. Especially a lot of digging in the actual code to try and fix, you know, the one bug that can just lose you a run to no fault of your own, because we actually do a couple of intentional death warps in the run, and that's great and all until the bug strikes and it resets your score back to the beginning of the game, and at that point you have no recourse but to reset. But and Fishing Cactus also reaches out to us, gives us a little bit of back and forth with that. They've been very open and helpful with giving us behind-the-scenes information about what code we need to be looking at and what the code's supposed to do. I got a patch a couple of months ago, actually, that, as a nice segue, changed a couple of things in the dungeon we're coming up to next, which is Drowning Halls. It was eligible for 2016 Game of the Year awards at different awards ceremonies, so I think it came out early 2016.
Another cataclysm has shaken the world. Where were these the answers?
It was made by a team, Fission Cactus, based in... Oh no.
Water
I can't remember
was
which country they're
everywhere.
based in.
The hull denied her.
Off the top of my head all of a sudden.
Changed everything. It changed the landscape. She would not.
You gotta be careful not to.
These halls
Look
of
what I
wisdom
just did.
still
As I said,
stood
you gotta be
firm,
careful
though they
not
had
to
been
do what I
racked
just did,
by
and
the
also not
waves.
to.
The looming
I've made
walls
a
and
complete
rising tide
mess
overwhelmed
of
her.
those switches. You also don't want to run on ahead here because they're waiting right behind the door to take you out. There you go.
Water blocked her path. Passage forbidden.
I can't do this. I just can't.
Oh, yeah.
Water
just
changed her
move
path.
Nah, this level's gonna. We're gonna pick up the element of ice here, so it's gonna start introducing some ice mechanics here. I think it was. Let me see if I remember.
In ways that frightened her.
I swear that this puzzle has changed since I was running this a lot more often than I have been lately. The window to hit that angle to get the last tile was a lot bigger than it is now. Yeah, I really should.
The more she learned, the less she knew. Trapped, frightened, she ran.
Yeah, I'm not just running away from these spiders for speed. They're the first enemies in the game that are
I don't know.
that have an elemental weakness. Like I can only attack them with ice that I don't have yet. So we need
Mountains
to
rose around
get out
her,
of dodge.
looming, mocking, taunting. A light shone ahead, a light of power.
That is not quite how I wanted that to go. You can just barely go point to point there and skip having to go all the way around the loop.
As it cast her shadow, it soothed her. Calm descended like mist. She learned to control the rising swells. The river need not
I know what
run so
some of them
fast.
mean, like the one right there, frigorific. I'm not entirely sure what it means, but it sounds cold. So, but yeah, the color-coded words are tied into one of the four elements: blue for ice, orange for fire, as you might imagine. And I do try to keep to a theme with those words.
She need not be carried with it.
All right, see right there, that chest that with the E and the I on it, it's a really good thing I'm doing all fragments. And I'll explain why when we get to the end of the level, because we're going to clear out that chest anyway, which we normally wouldn't do. Or normally wouldn't have to do.
Claws bare and eyes hungry.
And now I have two elements. I can talk about how the different elements actually affect the bugs that are coming in. Ice will freeze them in place for a certain amount of time, and you can upgrade all of your elements to make those effects last longer. Fire sounds like a nice one. If I type the first word for a bug, the second word will start ticking down, and if I just leave it alone long enough, it'll just burn off. I won't have to worry about it. But when the word is 4 letters long, I can usually type it faster than the fire's gonna burn. When we get to this game does have some very, very long words in it, like 60, 70 letter long words that are actual words. They're part of the scientific community mostly, but they're in there. They're actual words. But they don't throw them at you that often. Yeah. Those spiders are still waiting for me to come back. Okay, we'll go this way. I used to be able to, we went past the nest already. I used to be able to skip that nest and not have to fight it at all. But that's also one of the other things that they patched. What you would want to do is open the menu and literally just go back to the main menu while you're sliding through there. And when you reload your save, your momentum had stopped, and you could kind of wiggle yourself around there. But they gave the nest a bit of a black hole property where it just sucks you in now. Yeah, they are still actively upgrading it. Yeah.
Hey guys, I have a $10 donation from Forsaken Scholar. He says, tax return is here, so some money for charity stuff. No incentive desired. Save for, and in all caps, he says, Lord Pantyhose, yell his username while holding up both hands. He knows I would do this to him. Tell Ultima... Tell Ultima he's a butt. Don't tell him why. Thank you, Forsaken Scholar, for your donation. A reminder, all donations are going to benefit the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation.
I am going to reset the room. Man, if you go just a little too fast and misstep in these rooms, boy, will you make your life difficult. There we go. Oh, I missed one. Oh, look at this. There we go. When you get it really, really quickly, it looks really, really nice. When you get it really, really quickly, except for the one in the corner, you're just gonna look like that. That's the last one. I did not show off pictures from the last couple of levels. Let me bring these upgrade points and show off. Drowning Halls is about the struggles through college life and how that can be quite an overwhelming experience. And then you graduate, and then you get the experience of paying your bills, which is fantastic. Forgotten Forest was about kind of losing your friendships as you move on in life, and maybe you meet the friend that you used to have. Maybe you meet an old childhood friend you're just not as close as you used to be anymore, or maybe you rekindle an old friendship. But the pictures have something to do with the theme of the level. At this, before I forget about it, if you look at about 11 o'clock on the screen, way in the corner, way in the back behind some walls that you think would block this, you can probably see some of the words over by what was the midway point. If I left that one chest up, that was EI, all that, every word that started with an E here would become much more difficult to target because the first EI type would go right to the back. And if one of the words here was like, let's say it was the word 8, started with an E and an I would never be able to type it. I would type the E, it would go to the chest in the back. I try and type the I, it would go to the chest in the back. I'd be snuck here. And we're so far away from it, you wouldn't think that that's the case. But,
she bent the tide to her will. She
that can make this nest a little bit more difficult, and you might not know why if you're not looking out for what's going on. Fish.
I worked so hard to get here.
Let me see.
Now I feel like
we're halfway through the required levels, and how many levels are there now? I kind of just go point to point. Let's see. Got one optional level next. 3, 4. I think there's 6 levels left.
Though great wisdom flowed still, she had overcome.
Teleport's nice. It lets you type in the name.
They have not been kind
on the map.
But she felt
stronger
stronger
to the entrance of a dungeon. Lets you do a little bit of map hopping. If you time your spacebar here just right there, you can open up targeting while this cutscene plays out. Because you hit a couple different targets and maybe clear out some of these bugs that are hot on my tail here. But I think we'll be able to make a clean escape. I think, yeah, there we go. The crystalline mine is tucked way in the back here. Very far away from everything else on the map, so it's really nice we have teleports. To be able to get around the map now.
Frigid mountains climbed towards the skies. As she approached the frozen peaks, she felt sadness come off them in like mist rolling.
I have this red T-shirt that you can't see the logo on, but we're in Tennessee. Tennessee's been Tennessee's been a fantastic host for us. Everybody I've met so far in Tennessee has been really, really nice. There's a bulldog on the shirt underneath this jersey, and I had to cover it up because we're in Tennessee. I definitely enjoy the game. It's very unique. Not that something can be very unique. It can only really be unique. But
cold.
Even though I'm, doing the speedrun of it, I do recommend people at least give it a shot once. Just playing through it, not trying to skip everything. Because we are going to be skipping quite a bit in some of these levels.
The air felt heavy, as if laced with sadness. She set her jaw and moved through it.
Look at that. There we go. This is not the way I wanted that skip to go. I'm just gonna go on around. I'm missing all those little half angles, if you will.
And her companion's warm skin beneath her helped her traverse the cold halls.
Please do over here. There's another one where you can kind of skip going around the loop if you hit the angle just right. This level's nice and relaxing. It's very soothing.
Music echoed down the corridors. Its melody resonant with pain. A song of lament in minor key.
Yeah, only got one fragment left for this level, and, oh yeah, for this level. Yeah, just for the ice mausoleum. There we go.
Please don't leave me like this. 1,000 fingers of corruption assailed her every step. Yet she did not yield.
I gotta do chase first. And these little things where you follow the light are called chases.
There was great beauty in the mausoleum, a dignity which flowed from the sadness.
Usually just unlocks a door for you. But it is timed. It is on a timer, so you have to get through fairly quickly.
Sometimes droplets slithered down the walls, like tears.
See, like, I'm not gonna even try and get this one right now. I need to freeze the ice here, freeze the water router, clear out that rock.
The song grew louder.
Ooh. Oh, that was good.
A new movement shifting within it.
Right here, this tunnel right here, this is where the last fragment is. It can be a little bit tough to find that one. I'll show off the picture for this one. For the Ice Mausoleum. Obviously a level about grieving and loss.
Chitinous chittering's climax to deafening hum. This must be the heart of the song.
Oops.
She approached it, wreathed in icy armor.
We'll kick here in here in a second. I'm not sure why this nest has the battle music on such a long delay. Oh no! Get away. It would be nice if I could get the spark ability before I came here. You'd be able to craft this next nest much faster. But that's a lot of extra running around just to come all the way back.
Like frost, and the song faded to an echoed whisper. Though the mountain's sadness had faded, she now carried it with her.
There's a monster right there. There he is. Oh shoot, now I think about it, I actually ran into that spider my last one and found out it actually will teleport you to where I wanted to go anyway. I totally forgot. I think Creation City is next, where we'll pick up the spark ability.
The ruins stood empty. She wondered what secrets they might
Yeah, you have to get to... How
amongst
short
the
am I
pile
here?
of stones.
I'm about 5,000 short. Alright, I'm gonna have to pick up a couple extra points here. I skipped a little bit too much, evidently. Dang, I wonder what I missed. we'll go out in search of one of these nests then. If I have one on the map, I might have to go reveal one of these nests too. I skipped a lot more than I must have intended to. I'm trying to think what ones I went by. I cannot get through that gap to pick that up. That little bitty gap. Oh, I know where I can go. Not quite there yet. Maybe just short. That'll do it. Okay. Now I can make my way back. Yeah, that's when you're getting close to the end. Because we do extra level in this category, it's not as close to the end as it would be in any percent. You know, I did all that running around. I got to get my bearings back here. There we go. Man, that's really weird. I was so far short. Like a couple hundred, maybe 1,000 points. I could see the 5,000 short was quite a bit short. Yeah, right around here. The any percent category is a little bit under an hour. This category runs about an hour and a half, maybe an hour 40. Wow, this is also not the right way. When you remember where to go, I'm slightly lost here. Having lost my bearings. All Fragments tends to run anywhere between an hour 30, hour 45. But the leaderboards would remove loading times from that if you're looking at the leaderboard trying to see what the times look like. And there's actually an auto splitter for live split that would pause the timer when you're in the loading screen and resume the time when you get through. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you know why that was... You know why I couldn't unlock that? That's not the next level. My gosh, I got so completely lost there. Ooh, boy, I need to go this way. That's what I wanted. That was 45. That's why I was so short. I was a whole level behind. Yeah, that'll do it. That's okay. I had to go unlock that at some point anyway.
Clouds like black ink rolled across the sky, and lightning smoked the bitter earth. She had never seen a storm like that before. It was an unnatural, fearful thing. A force that must not be unleashed again. Lit from within by a million...
We just skipped half the narration there. Creation City might be my favorite level.
She stood below a skyborn city.
All the levels are pretty big and grandiose if you go and explore everything. But a Creation City isn't wide and flat. It's a very, very tall level, and especially when we get to the end, we're at the top of the tower and we're able to look down over everything. It really gives you a nice visual depth.
She recognized the machines of industry and the fires of creation. Within the strange constructs
But I can't
around
turn the
her,
power on yet.
there was
We're
so
working my way
much she
through
could
the
learn.
stage here.
It's perfect. I'll take it.
That is not where I go north. Not quite close enough to clear out the box,
so
too.
big, so cold.
That's the first fragment. And now I'll make our way over to Spark.
Excuse me. Hi, I'm lost. Hello?
How could she survive a place like this? Then she saw the secret.
Now, Spark is really nice.
Lightning in a bottle.
It works kind of like Chain Lightning if you're a Dungeons & Dragons fan.
The city began to awaken at her touch.
You can see if I hit one bug with it, it'll jump to other bugs nearby. So you can really start clearing a path through, especially the mazes. Ooh, the nests rather. It's a little more complicated than that. It only jumps as long as the word that you type isn't the final hit for the bug that you're targeting. So you want to swap your targets, but you only want to swap them at certain times. There is a little bit of a trick to it that way. But just having Spark, and even if you don't know how to optimize it fully, just having the Spark ability is a huge upgrade to your DPS, if you will.
The courage of her dreams.
J.
She could make it her home.
This light puzzle is the one thing I cannot stand with this level. That switch over there with Cryotron on it, we're gonna have to hit that a couple of times to make our way through here. Just to keep the doors flipping so we get to the next one. We got all the lights on, but it doesn't open up all the doors for you, because that would be way too convenient. So make your way back. You gotta stop again. Tron. And once you're free, you still can't go through because you have to come all the way over here and hit the switch again. And this right here is what makes it so frustrating. And I'm not sure if the game even runs at a higher resolution, but if I could just see a little bit more of the screen, the switch would be close enough to not have to double back so many times. Yeah.
She would try to fit in, to belong.
That might help. Yeah, I haven't.
The strange towers.
Keep the
Yeah.
lights on me. Keep the machines on.
It's not overly demanding. I do have kind of a old potato as a computer, which is what most of the limitation. I gotta go all the way around, and I knew that. There we go. But that would be something to look into because the resolution can make a big difference, especially in the speed run here. Especially when you're at a nest, because you can't move. Obviously, you're just stuck there waiting for the bugs to come to you. That was just silly. So if you can, see them a little bit sooner, you can clear out ways just that much faster.
She saw glimmers of light far above her and dared to think that she herself could shine.
But not on it. There we go.
She found the homes of those who lived here.
You can start to see just how tall the level is even here, and we're only at the halfway point. Oh yeah, that can have its moments, but yeah, that is nice. they're able to interact with it from so far away. Huh? I thought that word was the switch on the floor below, and just didn't even register in my mind that I might want to hit that thing. This is when the game starts making you juggle your elements a little bit. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm just getting a little bit of television here. I gotta watch the bottom of the screen. Oh, you like as far as the like your keyboard inputs? I don't believe I don't think the game does. No. Your system might. I don't think I got end in there. I gotta do one more thing before we head on out.
Even the streets deserted.
You can see there are switches in this section as well. I have no idea what they're for. It's been so long since I really just played through the game. Just to explore.
No, this is all handcrafted, right? No, randomly generated.
Oh no, it's not procedurally generated or anything. I gotta turn Spark on. No, it's the same levels every time. The RNG element would be which words you get. Those are obviously random. Right now, when I took that, okay, good. We can skip this entire maze if when you're at the midway, the nest at the midway point, if you hit that switch that's on the floor beneath you just once,
I swear.
it flips the switch for that maze as well, and you can just sneak right on through. And just every time I talked over the narration there, which is a little bit important because she's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Maybe she was about to she has to walk onto the street, get hit by a cab or something. Somebody saves her, and she finally makes a friend. The protagonist makes a new friend in this big city, and it's great. I was like, oh my gosh. I used to think this was such a let me type in here. Such a beautiful little story here of, you move to a big city if you, didn't live in a big city before and you have no friends there. It can be really, really scary. It can be quite overwhelming until you make, a new friend. You might not know where everything is in a big city. It's very easy to get lost. You don't know where things are, so on and so forth. And you have to, wind your way through the maze until you make a friend there. And, I thought when I found that skip completely on my own, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is just, a beautiful little metaphor, how cool it is if, you make a friend. It's so easy. The city's not a maze or anything anymore. And then somebody told me, oh yeah, I found that skip before. It's, totally not intended or anything. You totally just glitched the game and ruined that nice, beautiful moment that I used to have with that section.
Corrosion was killing the city. Its arteries clogged with rust.
I'll definitely be okay on points after going on an adventure before this level. But if you get to this point in the run and you're worried about your point total, you can definitely make up for it at this nest by picking up the stuff on the floors below. You gotta keep an eye out for that, and you gotta keep an eye out on the floor you're standing on too. these fat little caterpillars here that are slow moving and have very short words are my new best friends with Spark. Because I can just chain lightning off of them constantly. North arena. I think something dropped my word there. The other thing about fire is when things are on fire, the fire covers up the words you're trying to hit. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah. And I could go I could just go not quite there, but if I were to hit 100,000 here, I could just go straight to the last level, but there's one more element to pick up. And you get just far enough to be stuck in the level. Once you enter a level, the game doesn't let you leave until you finish it, and you'll, I think you can soft lock your game that way if you advance too far out of order. But I haven't tried it to see what actually happens.
Lay a great mine, lying empty and deserted.
Keeping track of splits here, I'd save a ton of time on the split because this is all already here by accident.
Great horrors too.
Is that a fox or fish? It is a fox.
The mine had been abandoned for some time.
I guess I gotta hit this. Click. Yeah, there we go.
No fires burned in the furnaces.
Now, Crystal Mine is kind of a cool level. It's going to be,
all was still.
That's not where I want to go. That's the next crystal. It's going to be a little bit dark until I start lighting my way through here.
Crystals
you see there are rocks blocking my path, but the game will not let me hit them until I turn the lights on.
No, that's not right. Think. These crystals held a strange resonance. She found the path, even in darkness.
That is, not the right path.
She was not afraid of the shadows.
Skip past the rock in the next one. Let's see. Yep.
I can hear the machines. They sing to me. They hum to me.
Somewhere back here in the darkness, there are bugs here that can come up and kill you.
The crystal's glow made everything clear to her.
Get out of here.
The room grew slowly brighter.
Did that in a slightly wrong order. Let's see if I can fix it. Get off it. Alright, let me reset this. cut across to the east. Yep. Yes. Yes. And good. There we go.
Seams of rich minerals were buried in the walls.
Alright, now how do I get through to over there? There we go. Couldn't quite feel my way through there for a second.
She wondered, who had worked these tracks?
To the north, I do know where I'm going.
Who had dug out these walls? What great wonders had begun in this mine?
There we go. Missed the ramp, that was the issue.
What horrors?
Man, I had a hard time navigating through here today. You don't have to stop for the light so many times. Alright, what's coming back? There they are.
Light from the crystal inspired her. Here was the treasure she truly sought.
Back up. There we go. And now what we're doing to progress through the level is every time I light up one of those medium-sized crystals, one of the one of the three big crystals in the middle there lights up and illuminates a new path for us to follow.
Material wealth.
Now, see, that time, when I ran this the other day, in that little hallway I just got through were two little eel things ready to just eat my lunch. They did not show up this time. So I'm not sure what the deal is with them.
Even the lifeless rock.
But I didn't remember I ran right into them. Ooh!
Couldn't stop the corruption planting its rancid roots.
Not quite.
Though all was not lost yet.
Alright. Ooh, you know what I should have done? I should have looked up the number chart here. So I could do this without needing the guide, but that's alright. There we go. Thank you.
If she only had the courage to wield it.
And the two nests in this level throw these light up crystals at you, just to throw another kink in the works. So you gotta make sure you keep those lit so you can actually see what it is you want to aim at. Yeah. Like that. Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta say, it's a really interesting topic, like, not topic, but,
Yeah, because I mean, you use the keyboard for so many games, but you don't use the keyboard as a keyboard to play your games usually.
That's true. That's true. That's why it's so interesting. So, like, does that give you like a? Do you know what item it is based on the fact that it's used by numbers?
Yeah, if it's a number box like that, I think it usually has fragments inside. But the chests are static. They're not. They don't change from game to game.
Oh, okay, okay. I got you.
That was not the right way.
Or the words.
No, the words will change with each playthrough.
Okay. So
Now, if they're elemental type words, they'll generally fall into a theme.
yeah, I saw like burning.
Yeah.
Like 12 times already, so I was like, okay.
And they're also, you can switch a dictionary language. They have English, French, Italian, Spanish. Yeah, they have, the incentive was not met. But if I get a thumbs up from somebody to go ahead and do it anyway, I'll flip through some of the custom dictionaries. They also have, DLC is not what I'm thinking of. Steam Workshop.
Oh, yes,
The factory
Yeah.
is the heart of everything.
Yeah, and the two I have installed already are the LeetSpeak Dictionary and a Pirate Dictionary. Somebody also did like an entire 10-key dictionary, so you could really get some practice with your number pad.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah. And one of the recent official patches added Japanese, which is it's all in Romaji. There's no hiragana or anything like that, but that way it's playable as an English player as well.
Hey, is it on?
Yeah.
Yes, Ron.
Yeah.
Alright, can you do it?
She entered a cavern entombed in darkness. The cave of the bare rock.
It kind of is. I do, and maybe it's just me having sour grapes, but a lot of people will cheat that thing too, man. Some of them you can use something like slow down how fast the game actually runs. Sonny, I gotta turn these lights on here. Am I on ice? Why am I on ice? There we go. You just yell really loud.
Doubts, fears, insidious ideas.
No.
She trusted what she bore.
There we go.
Yo. Alright.
And this mine would survive the shadow.
Cool. Alright, so back to, being real cool.
Yeah.
I like how your posture is, like, really superior right now. Like, your back is straight, and it's like, man, I'm in the typing mode.
Yeah.
Well, dude, like, I used to be, like, not type good at all. Like, I mean, literally, that sounds horrible because, you used to look good.
Mine glowed behind
It was actually really... Did you just teleport by typing something?
Yeah, You can use the mouse if you want to, but the map can be entirely.
Whoa, that's
on the
crazy.
keyboard.
All right, so it's literally you can play this entire game with your keyboard. You don't need your mouse. Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's awesome. Wow.
Everything from
Yeah.
the main menu all the way through the game. You don't have to touch the mouse.
That is amazing, man. Holy crap. Whoever like made this game, what studio?
Fish and Cactus.
Fish and Cactus?
Yeah.
Have they done any other games?
They have, but I believe a lot of them are mobile games
Oh,
that
okay,
I
I
haven't
got you.
played. I know they are. You know what? I've teleported to the wrong spot, and that's why I'm.
Drowning Halls? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah, you got, some water this time. I got you. Okay. Dude, I like how it like unfolds for a god
Yes,
style.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah,
pages of
yeah, yeah.
books. That's pretty solid, dude. Man, this is a well-drawn, like, just entire game, man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I saw it they posted it on Twitter. I don't know where it might be on their website, but they actually released printouts you can do for a lot of the characters and models in the game.
She smiled.
So you
Oh,
can
like
fold them
paper
yourself,
craft?
yeah,
Oh
and
my
do your
God.
own paper craft of it.
Paper craft. I made Geralt a Rivia from Witcher 2.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like so happy about it. Then I did the Master Sword. I was like, oh my god, I'm such a
Yeah.
nerd. I love this stuff. Man, it's so cool. Alright, so how many chapters for real?
4 chapters, but
Okay.
8 levels.
So,
And we're on.
are we doing anything extra? Is there like extra after the 4th chapter? Like extra dungeons kind of thing? Optional stuff?
We've already done all of the optional stuff. We just have the last 2 required levels left to go.
Oh, okay, cool, cool. Alright, so 2 levels left, 4 fragments per piece, basically?
3 to 5
Oh,
per
okay.
level.
Random.
As a matter of fact, I need to check to make sure I actually picked them all up.
Ooh, okay, okay. Yeah, see,
I have not been doing that on the way here. Yeah, we're good.
Alright, we're solid. See, look at you.
Yeah.
Look at you. You're solid. Cool. Oh, is that a teleporter?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, now we're gonna do a little bit of island hopping to get to the next level.
Gotcha. Dang, son. Eureka.
Catch up here.
So I missed it in case you described it. What's the story behind the person riding the? Oh, I forget. Was Kitsune?
It's well, they call it just the fox. They don't use the term kitsune specifically.
Okay, well, it's because of the multiple tails. That's why I
Yeah.
So I didn't know if it actually was or not. So okay. So the
But,
girl riding the fox, basically. We'll
Yeah,
go in there and
it's
find
a
out.
it's just a friend. She met the fox when she was very young and
She saw islands
ended up taking
floating
it
in
on
the
as a
sky
pet.
ahead of her.
Oh, okay. So then, like her
And,
world
Tornado
go
had
away or
ripped the
something.
very earth.
What happens is, if anybody plans on actually playing this and figure it out for themselves, you're watching the speed run, so
Windmills
you should have
rotated
expected spoilers.
lazily in the distance.
But she was in some sort of an accident, and in the real world, she's unconscious, and we're riding around on her fox through her consciousness, trying to reawaken her memories to help her, wake up and come out of her coma.
Dang,
The
son.
land lay broken around her.
That's like some Bastion level
Fractured by
deep
the
stuff, you know?
tornadoes.
Yeah.
She wondered if she were broken too.
Man, that was oak. That wasn't Seaver. So what's all the stuff that like you absorb at like this 1,200, 127?
Those are the points. I think the points might just be paper.
Paper. Oh, okay.
Building up parts of the story. If you want to look at it that way, I might not get to that in time.
Oh,
There we
close
go.
one, dude. Look at that. Oh, look, he's so good. Got him.
There we go.
Got him.
She wondered what stories had been unearthed by the tornado's furious passage.
Who will tell my story?
And I like the way they put the subtitles as part of the level.
Yeah, like onto
onto the landscape.
That was really awesome.
And it's permanent, so you can go back through.
Yeah,
you miss something.
Yeah, come back after
walked right into it.
Oh, one hit deaths?
One hit deaths.
Gotcha.
And we're unintentionally dying a little bit early, so I'm keeping an eye on the points here. But
don't worry, we're ironically dying. It's okay.
I run into this caterpillar so many times. You think I know he's there? You think I know my lesson?
Is there a max you can get, like point-wise?
There is. You can get enough points to completely upgrade everything. I don't remember what the total is.
Yeah. I got you. Man,
and you also need the points to unlock levels and do the big reveals of the landscape.
Ah, I see. I got you.
Alright. By which you mean it is absolutely not in condition, I assume.
A confusion of wind swept past her. 100 dissenting voices.
That is, especially in any
the
percent.
soft zephyr carried poisonous lies.
That is the key to a good time, is learning how to stop and start your typing and keep going to move through the level. Yeah, I see back there little flying bee thing.
The ragged Soraka whispered sweet nothings.
There are a ton of mics.
Three right here. Hey, am I back? I am back. And burn it.
The cacophony threatened to blow her away.
A little bit later.
Okay, yeah.
Until
you don't need the points, you know. Don't gotta be greedy.
Oh, last time.
Oh, dude. I saw it. It was in the music there.
Yeah, for the wind effects before you learn the wind ability. Yeah.
Oh.
And once you learn the correct element.
Okay. I got you now. I got you. I wonder if it's in English or if it's in the Japanese version.
You know, I don't know. I haven't played with the Japanese menu on this link to the game.
I just think it'd be hilarious if it was English. You know?
And he still wouldn't be able to type it.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I'm hitting E.
I know what that means.
Yeah, that's the death I wanted to take to bring you all the way back here.
Yeah, I got you.
It skips about a third of the level, and it skips the nest you usually fight at the midway point.
Gotcha.
So we're just gonna make our way back to start now. Pick up a couple of fragments on the way.
Alright.
Yes, you do have to switch between your elements by typing them out.
Okay. Oh, you type out the element, then...
Yeah,
okay,
and for a little bit of added flair, you can change the dictionary, which are the words you type for your chest and the bugs.
So you can make it harder?
Yeah, but you could change it separately from the menu. So if I wanted to play in the Elite Speed Dictionary, I could keep the elements the same, because being able to juggle your elements is, very, very important. So you got to be able to do that quickly.
Right, I got you.
So you don't have to totally commit to that if you don't want to.
Yeah,
you could also just change the names of the elements, and those are moddable as well.
Yeah, I got you. Alright, so one more fragment.
Yeah, one more fragment here.
Cool.
Wait.
Oh, so you only need to do one. Okay,
yeah.
I see what you're saying.
The landscape had surrendered to the winds. Islands scattered, pieces of earth. Was she really here?
Dang, son. What?
Yeah, there's a hidden staircase just being blocked by the landscape.
Can you change the camera so you'd be able to see it?
Nope, you cannot fix the camera.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
rather, the camera is fixed, you cannot modify it.
Got you. Oh,
Yeah.
I bet you it's what, 3? Oh no, it's probably gonna be 4. Dang. Alright, yeah.
You got it first try though. Here. Yeah, if you get to those windmills and you just start randomly typing without really lining up your shots, you could be there a long time.
Yeah.
Because you do have to hit certain ones all together at the same time. But once you hit it, even if you don't hit it right, it'll start spinning and the target will go off. So you have to sit there and wait.
Got you.
But your first time through, you're going to think, oh, I just have to type really fast and hit them all, and that's just not the case. That's not going to work out.
These are just bugs?
Yeah, these are just bugs.
Okay.
When you're a small girl, bugs are, might be kind of
and if you
scary.
misspell it, okay.
Yeah, if you misspell it and start typing something else, you will lose your progress.
I got you. And tougher enemies give more difficult words. Yeah, basics. Cool.
Yeah, the lead dictionary is pretty epic. I think somebody just did a search and replace for letters into numbers. So it's the same dictionary, but few would be like F3W, old would be 01D, and you're trying to figure out what the word is.
Yeah, so instead of just typing it.
Yeah.
I got you. That's fun.
She battled unnamed hordes.
I have, what I should do is see what the 60 little words look like on that dictionary. That's ridiculous, I'm sure.
I'm sure like after.
Yeah.
Ooh.
She calmed.
And this is I think that's the shortest miss in the game, so that's just gonna leave one level left if I got all the, yeah.
Yeah, alright, cool.
There it is.
Oh, okay. You know, new upgrades available, man. What? I'm guessing only a few things matter.
Yeah,
She left the islands with renewed
only a few things really matter in both categories. Drowning halls.
purpose. She
For
realized
any percent, you're
she
going
felt
to max
whole
out
for
the
first time.
abilities that buff up your combo first, obviously. Ice, Snowball. Just so you can get your point score as high as possible.
Oh, so there's actual ice physics. I was wondering why you like,
Oh, yeah,
just,
yeah.
like run around, you know what I'm saying?
There's actual ice physics, like in
And like most
Chip's
games.
Challenge, yeah. This is the one I always think of when I see something like this.
Alright, yeah.
There are a couple of chests in this area if you're in an 80% run and you're upset because you got this far into your run and you're at 99,000 instead of 100. There are a couple of chests that can boost you over.
Gotcha.
If you're this far into the game and you're just looking for more points, there is a nest up ahead that can rack you up a ton
So
of
you don't
points.
actually
but
use
it's
points, you just-
the
just
points
have to
also
read it.
yeah, you have to meet a threshold. The points also as you build up more points, you get more ability points to upgrade your abilities as well.
Gotcha.
But the points in the story mode, the points aren't like for a high score table really.
I got you.
They're more like experience points. And this is the last couple of reveals. It's this one, I think, one more afterward to head to the desert. Yeah, there's the last one.
All right, cool. See, I wish I had my brother's Ken Bone shirt. You know, it's such a great shirt, dude. That way I could be like, you know,
The desert
you get
stretched
Squad,
out
Ken
to the
Bone.
hazy
Yeah.
horizons.
Yeah, just a bunch of memes.
There was nothing behind her. She didn't know how she arrived in the desert.
No, I'll go ahead and run up one of these since I've been well under estimate.
Okay.
But you could see way off in the distance are the mountains we're trying to get to, and there are a couple of those viewpoints scattered throughout the level, so you can really see how you're progressing through, and it's getting closer and closer.
Gotcha. I thought it was
Across the
pyramids. Okay.
desert.
I mean, pyramids,
Desert
whatever you
was
want,
littered with the
whatever you
scars
want to
of
use for them.
past
They're just viewpoints; they don't count for points of progress or anything.
Oh, so
But it's just a little add effect to try and encourage you to keep going.
Gotcha. I see. Since you've already wrote fire, you don't have to rewrite it every time. You
Oh, no,
play
no,
this
no, no,
mode. Okay, that's what I was concerned about. I was like, dang, that's a lot of typing, just for that. Oh wow, look at that.
I thought I
Three
missed for a
piece
second.
them.
Yep.
She couldn't remember who they had been, nor what battle they had given their lives to.
Go around right here.
Oh, dang son. Too close, save.
Yeah.
Okay, so chests are like that.
Yeah.
Oh, fragment. What? Nice.
She couldn't even remember who she was. Who am I?
What are those things with the lights?
I think those might just be things you can write for extra points.
So sweet.
Oh, and there's man, it's been so long since I've stopped to smell the roses in this game. Yeah, there you get a little bit of audio with that too.
Oh, like a memory kind
Yeah.
of thing? I got you, I got you.
Man, I'm glad you asked. I hadn't even. You know how it is when you learn to speedrun a game. It's kind of can't really go back.
Where is everyone? She asked the burning sun, but the silent star did not reply.
What is going on behind me?
I don't know, man. Mario and Luigi are doing something. Dude, that was... You get it? Dang, they still coming?
Yep. Oh, duh. That can be tougher than you think. Where? There it is. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, same difference. Yeah.
She wondered if any of this was real. If she was just a mirage.
So, you see that you got lightning power already?
Yeah.
Is the place called the Thunderdome?
No.
Oh my god. Did that word come up though?
I'm sure Thunder and Dome both did come up.
No,
but not together.
Oh man, like, 'cause, you know,
Maybe, she said to the
lightning
shimmering
powers,
air.
Thunderdome. If
We are
that
all
was, like, the
just
place to be,
mirages.
man, this game would have had it
But
all.
the ghost in the desert didn't reply.
Did I get it? No.
Come on, guys, get that spam up.
There. There you go. Yeah, while it's building the rest
The
of the
stuff
level.
just came up. Okay.
Yeah. The invisible wall there works a little bit better than, you know what though, I haven't been able to do the trick I was just about to explain since they released a patch, so they probably fixed the invisible walls up ahead.
Ooh, those
Lie
fools.
down
Yeah.
to succumb to
But,
its eternal weight.
You used to be able to
Would be easier
just walk on the
for her.
pathway as it's building here. And you kind of still can a little bit, but not as much as you used to be able to.
Yeah, like when it's like the paper, you still can't.
Yeah.
As it's transforming, you can. I see what you're saying. Makes sense.
East here.
Oh yeah.
That is
All of
the
them.
last picture. Yep.
Cool. So, what's now? End game.
Yeah, we're going to head to the last nest in the game.
All right. So
And you're meant to go around to the left and kind of loop around a little bit.
Oh,
if I
geez.
can find the wiggle point here, I can get right to the nest. The problem is you see all these bugs I'm kind of ignoring.
you're crawling.
yeah,
they're
if I
coming,
don't-
man. It's,
If I don't stop
forget them.
and
Just forget them. All right.
deal with them a little bit, they're all going to meet up with me at the nest while the nest spawns its wave. And you can get overwhelmed quite quickly.
Got you. Got you.
But it still ends up being a little bit of a time sink because you get to the nest and it clears up the path and all that.
Oh, you
Sands
just
rose
hit it
around
right
her.
before you
I
Did you not? Oh my God!
See
Oh. Rip.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, driving 10 hours in one day just
Dude,
changes you.
dude, it's
like
rough,
the
man.
next day.
Dude, it's rough.
Rip. Let me find my way back to the maze now. Or rather, back to the nest now. Yeah, it's up here. Making sure.
Yeah.
Not this time.
Not this time.
Sands rose around her.
Assume. Oh my God. Okay, so you do elemental powers on them. You do extra
Yeah.
damage.
Well, to do any damage on some of them.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, a little bit too much. I need to clear out some before I just dash on in again.
Gotcha.
Like I said, you're supposed to go through the pathway slowly
Yeah,
and
slowly.
take them out a little bit at a
Gotcha.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, but that ain't how speedrun's done, so.
Nah.
Alright.
Just gonna have to find some of them and clear them out before we hop on the start
Dude,
the
get
first
your raid
wave.
out, man. I'm telling you. Oh, dude, I didn't see no bugs on the way here.
Yeah, I might have.
Alright, cool. I might have,
Cleared
like,
them out
cleared them
enough,
out.
yeah.
Alright, cool.
Sands rose around her. Terrible things crawled out from the dust.
Especially when the
As if the
fire's in
desert
the way of
felt
what you want to
under
tell you.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, hey, dude, that's rough. keep him awake. Such pressure. Oh man, it's gonna go through them all.
Yeah, this is the nice kind of easy section, as I say before I get tunnel vision and miss something here, but. Wind pushes them back, which is really nice right at the start of the wind section because they spawn them almost right on top of you. In a second, it's going to be the most frustrating thing to deal with, though, because it's going to push them and stack off the screen. And, it's just pushing them, especially when it pushes them to the top of the screen. Like, I can't.
It's so. Yeah, I got you. At least it pushes them back. All right, cool.
Oh man.
Dang, son. Oh my goodness! Telecommunications!
I should have gone for the short one. That's alright.
Wow. I didn't expect, and I just
Yeah, and
like, geez.
There would be no turning back from her.
Yeah, telecommunications.
She had to
and
press on.
what was the other one that was ridiculous? But
I want to go home
man.
now.
What else? There's no more.
one more room, so time will be coming up
Dude,
here in a little bit.
200,000, oh my god.
Yeah, it's.
I'm watching. Oh, she just walked through space. Alright. Hurt. Dude.
Yeah, the last week of the game is quite quiet.
Oh man, these subtle hints. Dang, this is getting deep.
And time.
My name is...
Oh my goodness.
39:53.
Hey,
I
dude,
can see
pose,
around.
baby. Get your tune squad in. He can move.